zombies, and skeletons. How quick can I paint them? Let's find out.
Now this is a pretty numerable bunch of miniatures, 20 skeletons and 20 zombies. I got them fortunately all glued and well along the way for priming. There are some missing pieces and I will have a look into the old trusty bits box, but as those are dead creatures, a missing arm or leg or a head in one example will not affect the overall look of them. The plan is as follows: give them some texture paste. I will start with this as the paste will need some time to dry. Then glue the missing parts, remove all of the imperfections and mold lines, prime black, Zenithal grey, Zenithal white, base layers mostly using contrast paints, then the details. If there will be the need, I will airbrush some shadows, and last but not least work on the bases. I won't show the whole process minute by minute, just some glimpses into the ongoing progress. Before every next step, I will post the summarized elapsed time and time for each individual activity. The goal here is to get a nice tabletop plus start into my Vampire Count's army. Let's start then. At this stage I was just cleaning the models from the mold lines and giving them some texture paste for bases. I was starting to slowly notice that this will not be as quick of a process as I initially thought, but still I was in a good mood. Cleaning the mold lines, texture paste, adding glue to places where the bits didn't stick, waiting for the paste to dry, and then basing it black. This alone took way more than 3 hours. At this stage, I already knew that I overestimated my skills or the time needed for this job. I omitted grey Zenithal on purpose because time was not on my side, and after double cleaning the airbrush because it was for no specific reason clogging during white Zenithal, I stopped counting the time. I just went with the motion. The whole concept shifted from a quick and easy job to a nerve-wracking experience. Nevertheless, I was too much into this, and it was already Saturday afternoon. No time and sense for a new project. I had to go on. After a few hours of preparing and priming the model, I think I almost lost hope for finishing this in any timely manner. But then I went for my usual motivation booster. And after a few moments with my old pal Jack, I was ready and willing to take the challenge on. This painting experience took me unfortunately more than a Saturday afternoon and an evening, but damn, I did not give any crap more. From now on, for every 40 milliliters of the magic juice, you will see one Happy Carol sticker in the top right corner. As I am not that skilled with the airbrush, contrast paints were the obvious choice. Skeleton horde for the bones, wild wood for the bases and wooden parts, and grim black for the armor. Later on, I added Leviathan blue for the metallics because I drunkenly thought it would be a good idea to do a blue NMM. Nope, it was not a good idea. And of course red for the banner. It was pretty crazy because the temperature was 30 degrees plus on the outside and the paint was drying in a few minutes. Even paint as watery as contrast paint. Photos of the skies that we took on our drives to the waves. Highlights of the bones should be a quick and easy job, and it is so. But if you multiply a quick job times 20, it gets overcomplicated and very long. At first I tried highlighting it with a precise brush. After 2 or 3 models, I went to dry brushing to just speed it up. If you don't wipe your brush on a paper towel and use a pad with a slightly wet brush, you will be okay. Just remember, dry on a pad, not a paper towel. The brush needs to be slightly wet. Take most of your paint off. I've heard this shit too much. Just don't say it's love. And don't say, don't say, don't say. Don't say, don't say, don't say. I know it drives you crazy, 'cause I don't ever stay home. And you've been calling me lately, but I don't ever pick up my phone. Ooh, oh. For the wooden parts of the spears and axes I used Scrag Brown and Deathclaw Brown. Those colors don't seem especially good for highlighting wood in this combo, but I needed to test it out and I did. And it sucks donkey balls. The base got Deathclaw Brown and some ivory. At this point I think the magic healing potion started kicking in hard because I was thinking that I can do a proper NMM on the weapons with blue and that it will take maybe 30 minutes. Nope. One weapon took more than 20 minutes. Totally not worth it. And at my stage it looked like a felt. Miserable and funny. Things that should be kept in the basement. Spend my time trying to erase them. But when you hold me in the fantasy, it's so convincing. I shouldn't think the things I'm thinking, but now I've gonna let them sink in. The more that I push them away, the more that you're stuck in my brain, the more I mentally undress like in fate. I really wanted to feel some sort of accomplishment and thought that maybe, if not the weapons, I can at least do an armor NMM. Because why not? Do the harder thing. That is some intelligent thinking right there for ya. Nevertheless, I did manage to finish all of the armor, and it helped that not all of them had it.
If you ride with me, don't gotta work for the both of us. I'll put you in the driver's seat. Don't gotta hurry in the name of love. When you ride with me, don't gotta worry when tomorrow comes. I'll put you in the driver's seat. Don't gotta hurry now, cause we stay in control in the name of love.
I forgot to mention that the NMM was done with ivory in different proportions with dark grey. It was a new day. I was fresh and more willing for testing, but also very impatient that my drunken hands didn't finish the models yesterday. This sealed the deal for normal metallic paint. My standard go-to is AK Old Gold and Vallejo Duraluminum.
Driver's seat. Don't gotta hurry in the name of love. When you ride with me, don't gotta worry when tomorrow comes. I'll put you in the driver's seat. Don't gotta hurry now, cause we stay in control in the name of love. If you ride with me, don't gotta worry for the both of us. I'll put you in the driver's seat. Don't gotta hurry in the name of love. When you ride with me, don't gotta worry when tomorrow comes. I'll put you in the driver's seat. Don't gotta hurry now, cause we stay in control in the name of love.
I felt that the models looked a little bit too bright, and therefore I added Reichland Flesh Shade to the bones and Nuln Oil to the rest of the models. Those are the models at the beginning of the painting. This is how I got them. It took me, I think, more than 20 hours to do all of them, and I had to switch and change many things during the process. But this is like a normal part of painting and it happens to me very often. I don't really care about it, it's my normal flow. So let's do a grand reveal. And those are the finished models. Not great individually, but they present really nice in a group. I felt that they looked too plain, so I added purple ink to the bone joints and a slight fluorescent magenta highlight. And of course a green ink to the eyes and a green fluo paint to the highlights for the eyes. Then it was just spraying them with a matte varnish, cause the Reichland Flesh Shade and Nuln Oil gave them glossy coffee spots. And ta-da! What do you think? Are they great or are they great? Give a comment, I really appreciate it. And don't forget to share, like and subscribe, and see you on the next one.